Hey guys, I'm Ado, and this is The Cage. Now, you're probably looking at this thing is like, what's going on? The light is different, equipment is different, the background is different, Ado's in a different room. And the number one question is, where's Ak? Well, he's not here right now. And I know throughout the weeks, many of you guys been reading about tabloids and newspaper about Ak and The Cage and everything. All those allegations are wrong. Ak is not abandoned. He's not kidnapped. He's well and alive. He's still with our show. Ak is basically doing a world tour promoting our show. And currently right now he's not here. So Ak is out there promoting The Cage for us. So what that means is a different location had to be set. We're of course, I'm definitely going to be the only blabber today because now you guys can't handle Ado for 45 minutes. That is just ridiculous. We do have a guest. It's a guest that me and Ak hold very dearly to our hearts. A very nice fella. Blabs as much as we do. You guys need to understand something. Only blabbers make it here. That's it. If you think about your profession, you're gonna come here promote yourself or promote a show and everything. It's not gonna work. We don't have time for that. We really don't have time for that. What we have time for is just blabbing, you know. And this guest is definitely a blabber and a half. Okay, definitely. But that being said, I will tell you guys something. We know we missed a week. And most of you guys are thinking like, hey, what the hell are you guys going to talk about? Soccer's over. Soccer is over. We don't care. It's a blab show. We just blab. And that's what we're here for. To blab. Now, of course, after the HHL season is done, we are going to pick up on some very, very, very important yet intelligent conversations that I need to have with my viewer. And also I'll be right back, and that'll be it basically. All right, right now I'm just blabbing. I'm just going on for no reason. That being said, for me, I will introduce you to my guest right after a short break. Okay, guys, welcome back. Now, two things have changed. There's a gentleman next to me, and there's a different jersey on, colors, whatever. I'm not going into specific, but this is my friend. Actually, how do you want to introduce yourself? As Ali Burr, Al, Ali?
You could just call me how Ak would call me, in remembrance of him, since he got kidnapped.
Well, he didn't really get. Those are tabloids. It's not the truth, guys. It's not the truth. I promise you guys.
Well,
okay.
we could just call me Berber.
Berber
For now. Actually, you know what? We can't say that because that's only what Ak calls me.
See, I have a problem with that.
What?
And my previous thing, for Giebers, he calls them Guybers. So apparently this Ak has nicknames for everybody that he only specifically calls that person.
I mean...
He calls you Berber?
I mean, it's Ak, so...
I understand that, but I kind of got offended because, like, wait a minute, you don't have a specific name for me.
He calls it Adu.
Everybody calls me Adu.
But because of who? Because of Ak.
No. I've been...
Bro,
I've been known Ado since birth.
It's because of Ak was there when you were born.
I'm older than him though, but I don't know. In spirit.
Somehow Ak was there. Ak is always everywhere.
In an anime world, Ak was there.
Right? There you go.
Now, the thing is like, how do I pick a guest if Ak's not here? Who's gonna replace? Berber or Al, Ali. I'm sorry, I don't want to call you.
You call me Al.
Al.
Okay.
Let's just call me. So Al is very close with Ak.
Yeah.
You know, you guys were very close friends. Me and you became really, good friends over the years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We have a lot in common that we know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
I used to not like you, because like everybody used to make fun of you before, like when you used to wear those really tight shorts and short shorts and jerseys.
I still wear them, but I pattern myself.
There you go. All right.
Everybody knows me. I like to. I don't know. It's a European.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I was just
so
like
weird because of the tight shorts.
I mean, it was like more of like ignorance. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was just like following the crowd, and like I really thought that a lot of people didn't like you. I was like, all right, I'll join that club.
I tell you what, it wasn't that they didn't like me.
Yeah.
They just it was I was the easy target to be hated on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
That's true.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being the villain. I enjoy being hated on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, because I still have the tendency to piss somebody off. Like my brother-in-law Malik, Steve.
Yeah,
Right?
but Steve's easy to piss off, though.
Easy.
Very easy to piss off. Very.
Like he comes in here and I would just say something and he just starts throwing shit around and like, hey, that's not coming anymore.
That sounds like Malik. That sounds like Malik.
Everybody has a little, in him something that pisses me off. I don't know. When I'm a soccer field, like I said, I told my viewers before, I generally different than a person that I'm.
Yeah, that's true.
Funny thing is, so again, I decided to have you on. You and I have a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have a lot of things in common. We do when it comes to, I think, talking about the community.
Yeah.
Bettering ourselves, for our kids and all. But there's some things in my life, like you know me as what? Aldo, the soccer player.
The FC Bayern Munich fan.
Exactly. Now, when it comes to you never liked sports.
No.
You didn't watch sports, do you?
I mean, I watched the Bills game here and there. Like, I know like 2 players.
Alan and
the one dude that catches the football. I don't even really.
Listen, I'm on the same page with you.
Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. Like, I know a thing or two about a bunch of things.
I think we just when we chill and they watch the news, we just watch. That's the only time I watch.
Exactly. Exactly.
But what you and I have in common is, would you say like you guys have one thing in common that you guys enjoy so much more, where I did not yet find a passion for it. It's anime.
Anime, man. Anime.
Like everybody knows, Ali Berber, anime guy.
Yeah, I'm the anime guy and the Japanese guy, and that's what me and Ak share a lot of.
Yeah.
Anime and thing, and I feel like that's a big part of my life, because it's like a fantasy thing, and you could really make it whatever it is. Yeah. So like, it really shapes you out to whatever you like to do. It's not like movies. I don't know what it is. Like, I could watch a show. Like, I've watched Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I just recently watched, which was pretty good.
Oh, Breaking Bad was awesome.
Shout out to Malik. Malik actually told me, he's like, yo, you gotta watch it till you get to the dude named Gus. And I'm like, bro, there's no Gus guy.
I think Malik was the one who got me into Breaking Bad.
Yeah, man, he got me back in there.
Their whole family watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I think my favorite show right now is Ertugrul.
I watch Ertugrul, yeah. Or how do you say it?
Ertugrul.
It is. You're saying it right. It's not Ertugrul. It's however you say it. Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing or no?
I watched it here and there. Like, I would just pop in whenever my wife's watching it. I'm like, hey, what do you watch it? Then I'll sit down and watch it. But like near like season 3, 4, like near the end, when the cinematography.
Yeah. Cinematography is
much better. It's a really good show. I would definitely watch it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The
family
first
friendly.
Season, yeah.
Family friendly.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things like that you think in Hollywood movies, exposure of human body and everything. Like,
yeah.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, because it's like Islamic based and stuff like that.
Yeah, but again, it was back in the days where people fought with swords. So
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna see that in many shows. Like I started watching Barbarians lately on Netflix.
Oh, the one on Netflix.
Dude.
Yeah. I seen it. How was it?
Well, I'm obsessed with everything that it comes to Rome.
Yeah.
So I'm not obsessed with Rome, but I love learning about Rome and how far they were and how much they conquered and everything. I started watching Barbarians, so I started watching of their enemies' perspective, how they were treated by the Romans in the Germanian like tribes and everything, which is modern day Germany. So it was a pretty good show, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
If you like the barbarian things, you definitely like. Now bringing it back to anime, you gotta watch. If you were to ever pick something up,
I have to pick something up.
If you want to pick something up, right? And I could vouch for this one. It's called Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah, Vinland Saga.
Okay.
And it's a really good story, and there's no like. See, a lot of people... See, the thing about anime, it's so versatile. Mm-hmm. It's so... Like, if you don't like to watch, like, fantasy power stuff, they have something for you. Yeah. If you want to watch fantasy power stuff, they have something for you. If you want, like, no powers and it's just, like, a show, like a TV show, like...
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to watch Voltron. That was, like... I loved... Is that considered anime?
I don't think so. I don't think Voltron...
Because they're kind of like Transformers.
No, I think that's a
cartoon.
So
you wouldn't consider that. You wouldn't consider that.
What?
Anime.
No, I don't think it is. Avatar's not anime either. A lot of people argue that, like, oh, Avatar's anime. It's not.
Okay. let me ask you this one.
Okay, go ahead.
What about Captain Magic? Tsubasa Otsura.
That's an anime.
Okay, so I grew
That's
up
an
watching
anime.
that.
Yeah.
I literally everybody. I mean, if you love soccer, everybody knows.
Yeah, Captain Majid. I forgot what the original name was, but that was originally.
Nankatsu was their team name. I remember.
So that's a giveaway right there.
I watched them all. Dude.
That
I loved that stuff. Like when he shoots the ball, the ball's like.
And it's like six episodes. They're in the air like.
Dude, them running through the field. It's so funny because it was like like an episode later.
Was it in English? Were you watching it or like Bosnian?
German. It was fully translated in German. So it was straight up.
You speak German?
Yeah, ich spreche Deutsch. Ich wohnte in Deutschland 5 Jahre.
Okay, you know? That's cool.
So I watched it in German.
Yeah.
And it was all in German, so it was dubbing. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know that, to you and many of our listeners, when you watch, I still have German channels.
Yeah.
On a Fire Stick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they put in even old movies, new movies, doesn't matter what movies it is. If it's an English movie, it's dubbed. So there's somebody speaking in German for that person. So while I was living in Germany, I watched Will Smith all the time. All in German.
Yeah.
Dude, I come here, it's like, holy shit!
They're speaking English?
No, I was like, Will Smith sounds like this?
Oh, yeah.
Because the dubbing is so
because you never knew who they sounded like, yeah.
I never knew how they sounded like. So when I came here, it was a huge culture shock. Rewatching the movies that I watched in Germany, by actually listening to them in a real voice.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was pretty. But
I learned. I'm still learning English, by the way. I learned English through Cartoon Network. I'm serious. I'm still many of my.
That is like the worst choice to pick.
Yeah, I know. But I watch Cartoon Network, Flintstones, Jetsons.
Yeah,
you know,
that's old. But that's old.
But that's in the 90s.
Yeah, that's
the 90s. So, I wanted to ask you, how did you get into anime? Like, what was your first thing of like, I like anime? Was it Dragon Ball Z?
No, I mean, see, the thing is, a lot of people don't know, but like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon,
that's anime.
That's anime. It's originally Japanese.
We all watch Pokemon.
Yeah,
I'm still collecting. I used to have collected cards from Pokemon.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I passed it down to my son.
My son does that too now.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I know.
It's an expensive hobby.
Shout out to Al because when you went to Japan, you bought some mint condition Japanese Pokemon cards, and you gave it to my son because you find out he was collecting them.
Yeah.
Dude, he holds that in a case, zipped up, put away.
That's awesome.
Like, he loves it. Like I was showing him, and I was like, wow, holy crap! Like this is dope. You know, it's not like, oh, how much this is worth. I think when you collect things, you just collect things.
Yeah.
Like, I collect jerseys. Soccer jerseys.
I collect anime figures.
Yeah, oh,
so you see my room before?
Actually, I did not.
My man cave.
I did not see a man
really?
cave. No.
And with my PC, I could have sworn when we had that.
We had.
Oh no! You're right. You're right. No! I didn't show you.
I guess you gotta. This is my main cave actually.
Yeah.
So this is my cave. As you can see. There's always a Byron flag.
I like the cage flag, by the way. I think I told
that?
you that already.
Yeah,
it's a nice touch.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to Fly Flags, Mike Fly Flags for the awesome flag. But yeah, so back to anime. What was your first?
My first show, like watching in Japanese, would have to be
subtitles.
Yeah, with subtitles. Okay. Yeah, listen, we got to get this out of the way first.
Okay.
If you watch anime. Yeah. And you watch it in dub, you gotta get yourself a new life. You gotta like figure something out. It's not the same. You could go online and watch the Japanese voice actors. Yes. You know how they do the voice acting, and it's just like so much passion. And like you go and watch dub because you gotta think about it. The show doesn't get recognition.
I have a good example.
It gets its first recognition when it's Japanese. You know, like all these shows like Attack on Titan, One Piece. It has to get its build up in Japan that America says, okay, we're gonna dub this and make some money off of it.
Yeah, so it's more popular here.
Yeah, so like that's where it gets all the build up from from the original audio.
I never like dubbing. If I watch a show from a different country, what was that one show on Netflix?
You literally watched all your movies in German.
I know, but there was no choice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There was literally
All
no
right.
choice. There was
Yeah.
no like, oh, let me turn on the English version.
Yeah.
There was no such thing.
Yeah.
Remember, 90s.
Oh,
It's not like
True.
CC
True.
changing languages. I didn't
No,
have a
no
choice.
Fire Stick back then.
No Fire Stick at all, bro. You either had the satellite. Oh, by the way, in Germany, you buy the satellite. There's no monthly fees, Al.
Yeah.
It's just you put it up
And just install it.
dude, it's so crazy. We used to put it on the balcony and we point in one direction. You got all German channels. Literally point in that direction, French channels.
Were you like pointing it at France?
Literally pointing at France. That's how crazy it was.
That's insane.
And we're Central Germany.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it was. Now, did anime most likely start? What got popular with anime? The movies, or the movie cartoons, or the shows? Because
Like, what's more popular? You're saying?
What started off the whole anime empire?
I wouldn't. Man, anime goes back.
Yeah, I mean it goes back in the 80s.
Yeah, it probably it goes back. Japanese cartoons. Well, it started off with manga, which is the
Comics.
comics.
Yes.
You know, the Japanese
Yes.
illustrations, and then
Yeah.
if they get popular, then they go into like Japanese adaptations, and then if that gets popular, then they go into English dub and different other languages.
And then video games.
So it goes way back. I remember the oldest. I never watched it, but there was a show that me and Ak actually watched. It's called Dororo. They made a new adaptation this year, or like a couple years ago, or last year. And the original one, they show like little tiny clips in like the intro, and it's like it's old, like it's like black and white, old, like no color.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool though.
I do remember watching actually an anime cartoon film, and you probably know this. This is probably the classic. Was Akira. The guy on a red bike.
Yeah, the motorcycle.
Yes, the
Yeah,
motorcycle.
yeah.
I remember that. I mean, I watched that years ago, and I was like, and I watched it a couple of times, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. You know, I just never got into. I know a lot of people got into Dragon. I think what really made anime popular wasn't just Pokemon. I think Dragon Ball Z too.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z was Toonami, like late at night. I don't know if you remember what.
No, not Toonami.
Like Cartoon Network would go on, and then like late at night Toonami would come on, and then that's when they would play like the fighting and like the fighting shows and like blood and stuff like that.
I'm happy because there's so much junk out there to watch for kids, so we gotta be careful. So I'm kind of happy. My son, he got into anime a little bit. Obviously, the first thing he started watching was Beyblade, right?
Beyblade? I think that's an anime. I'm like 90% sure.
So whatever, they got these things where they pull them.
Yeah, let it rip.
Yeah. And then they started going into like their battle and everything. Of course, I had to go buy these stupid blades.
Yeah.
And then one time you ordered this bowl where you.
That's the battle arena.
The battle
Come on,
arena,
man.
right?
I used to play them when I was kids.
I understand that, but I was like, man, we got all this sand over here, bro. We could just do it in the side.
Yeah. We used to do that. Fastly side. I'm telling you. We used to hide it from my mom and make sure that she doesn't see it.
So right. Yeah. So anyways, he finished that, and he was watching Pokemon during it. So he killed all the Pokemons. Like he watched them all. You know? So he got into Naruto. Right?
Naruto.
Yeah.
That was good.
Come on, man.
That was good. That was like
when I have an accent of another language, guys. If somebody tells me another language to say that the proper way,
Edmund, you're literally still learning English.
Naruto.
There you go.
I'm still learning. I would not deny that. I would not deny that in one bit. But anyways, so check this out.
Go ahead.
I say anyways a lot. Did you notice that?
It's fine. I say yeah a lot.
Really?
I say yeah. Yeah, when people are talking.
Yeah.
I actually picked that up from like sort of Japan.
Yeah.
Like when you talk in Japan, they say hey.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah. So.
But no, so Sabri, he started watching Naruto, and you realize because that's a lot of episodes, right?
Yeah.
And he's watching the one on Netflix, and he realized he's like, Baba, did you know when I'm done with this? There's more. There's another series. I can't do this. And I was like,
even though I don't think Netflix even has all the episodes.
Dude, that's a lot.
It is a lot of episodes. I told you, he has to make sure he doesn't watch the fillers. He doesn't need to watch those.
Watching them straight, dude.
If he has any phone, he could just type in how to watch the show with no fillers, and they'll tell you.
Yeah, let him watch it.
Yeah, that's true. It's better than the other junk they have on TV.
You, man, he knocks off 3-4 episodes a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes when he's done with the homework and all that.
3-4 episodes. That's rookie numbers.
Huh?
Listen, if you're an anime watcher, There have been times where we watched.
Yeah, but he got school. He has wrestling. He has
True,
soccer.
true.
He has homework.
He has a life.
Yeah.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my friends, sometimes we would sit there and watch 12 episodes. And it's like, what, 20 minutes a pop, so you figure it's about...
I used to do that. I used to do that
4
Breaking
hours.
Bad because my whole family did it already in the last season. So I had to jump on. You know how that was?
Breaking Bad was
Watch
bad.
Bro, till 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's how it was.
One more episode.
That was how it was.
One more episode.
Oh, remember that episode when...
What?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Listen,
alert.
spoiler alert. Remember the episode when, what's his name? Dude, Jesse?
Jesse, yeah.
Remember when Jesse was trying to kill those two, the drug people? What was that? You good?
Yeah, just trying to balance it out.
So you remember when Jesse tried to kill the those two drug dealers, and then he was hesitating, and then Heisenberg just comes and just smacks him with the car, jumps out the car, and just pops him with the pistol?
It was in some kind of playground.
Yeah, it was outside the park.
Yes, I remember that.
I watched that episode at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then it ended, and I was like, play the next episode.
You have to.
Play the next episode.
Dude, you have to.
It was bad.
Listen, man.
I'm so happy I was done with it, because when I was done with it, I mean, my sleeping habit is so bad, but like once I was done with the show, I was like, okay, I could get back to like
Normal
attempting.
sleeping.
At least I could try to go back to normal
Yeah.
sleeping.
But once you get in a show and you again, you can watch it on your phone. Bro, it's
I
tough.
can't do that.
Especially Breaking Bad was one of them.
You
Because they end off on such a high where they like
every episode cliffhanger.
Every episode
cliffhanger.
was the same.
You
way.
watch shows on your phone?
Well, most
See,
of the time I watch it here, but then when I'm going to bed,
Yeah.
so it's very simple. I put one
That's
of my
a bad
Bluetooth.
habit. That's
I
a bad
know,
habit.
I know. Listen, I put one of my Bluetooth on the side. I sleep always on my side. and
Just like this.
And always fall asleep.
And then you wake up and you're like on the next season, episode 6.
Yeah,
You're like, shit, who's this character?
Yeah, who's this guy? So I gotta go back. I was like, oh, yeah, I stopped off here.
Your phone's on like 1%.
Oh, dude, yeah, my phone was about. I think I want more like. Family wakes up in the morning, plugs it back in for me every
That's a
morning.
that's a bad
I
habit.
know. I just started finished watching Formula One, Survive to Drive. Awesome show, dude.
Really?
I love
Is
it.
that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Really? Formula
Awesome
1.
show.
Is it like a race car show?
Yes. So
Okay.
Formula One is known around the world.
Yeah, that's
like
the-
I know most popular is like Indy 500 and NASCAR here.
Yeah.
But Formula One is they go through 5 continents, 20 races in 20 different countries. So they got Grand Prix of the United States, Grand Prix of Canada, Grand Prix of India, Grand Prix of Brazil, Grand Prix of Germany, Grand Prix of Italy. So they travel around the world as teams, but they're all kind of contract. It's pretty cool because in the 90s I used to watch it because I was a big fan of Michael Schumacher. Like he won 6 world championships, right, for Ferrari. And when I lived in Germany, Formula was like booming because it was German, blah, blah, blah. So I came here, it's like you just grow out of things. Soccer never stopped.
Yeah.
You watch anime, I watch soccer. That's thing that you always maybe catch up other things. So I started watching the series and I was like, holy crap, like this, I forgot how fun it was and how drama it is getting new drivers because they got a Formula 2. So if drivers do really good at Formula 2, they get called up
To Formula 1.
But then those guys get demoted to Formula 2. So you're pressured to do good
To the
every
best.
week.
Top performance every week.
Have top performance every week.
That's
and then you
crazy.
might get a contract for 1 year, 2 year. Even the management gets 1 year. And then maybe you got a contract, for example, Team Red Bull.
Okay.
Red Bull doesn't make their own engines. They need to buy they used to get it from Renault, French company. One of the largest manufacturing companies in the world when it comes
I'm not that familiar with like the race car thing.
And-
But like you can educate me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the contract expires and they go to Honda.
Okay.
So it's like, whoa, controversy because Renault got their own team and, what I'm saying? Then the next, they take one of their drivers because they give him a better deal.
Okay.
So it's like there's a lot of drama involved in the back. But then when it comes to racing, it's like racing.
Top
And
performance.
They go over 250 miles
I don't
per
know
hour.
how they do that. I was gonna tell you that. I don't know how
Bro,
they do that.
They got the cameras
Yeah.
literally like where the helmet is.
Yeah.
The way they drive so fast around the corner is like they're not human. Like these guys are like they're different. They're animals.
Yeah, they're different breeds.
Going around 200 miles per hour in a car
turn.
that is literally this high.
Yeah.
Guys, it's literally this high. You literally lay
on the
down in
floor.
the car.
You're laying on
the
the
floor. You got the engine literally behind you on your back.
Heat.
60.
It's hot.
You're doing 60 laps, 70 laps in a race.
Yeah, I would.
And just going. There's no break.
Yeah.
You just keep going and going. And these guys are all physically tip-top shape, mentally, physically, as well as emotionally.
I wouldn't do that. I sweat at room temperature. Like I can't imagine how I would be in that carpet.
They say India was one of the most toughest ones. Singapore.
For like what, race car driving?
No, when they do Singapore Grand Prix, they say it's one of the worst ones.
Because it's like hot.
It's so humid. And you in the car, it's like you come back and then you just got to take a ice bath for an hour, drink a lot of fluids. They're just, it's amazing. So anyway, I don't know how we drift away from anime to car racing.
Akira.
Yes,
Akira.
Exactly.
There
Was
you
Speed Racer anime? Remember?
I don't think that was. I think that a lot of things are cartoons nowadays, especially like Cartoon Network and stuff. But yeah, I don't think.
Would you say maybe because anime and manga had such a long history of cartoons that you would say that there's a good chance that most of these cartoons that are happening right now looked up the work of anime and manga back in the days and went with it?
Well, here's the biggest difference. This doesn't apply to all cartoons.
No, of course, no.
But most cartoons nowadays, it's very short. What's the word? Like it's a short span. Like there's like an anime, right? Yeah. It's a story that sometimes wraps around like after episode 600. Yeah. You're like, holy shit, that's what happened in episode 10. Yeah, you know what I mean? It wraps up. Yeah. It's like a movie. It's like a TV show. Yeah. But cartoons, it's because it's like on Cartoon Network, and there's usually just
for kids. Yeah, short span. Boom. Get
exactly. Get to the point. A to B. Once they're done with the episode, you don't have to watch the episode before that to know what's going on. You know what I mean? I see. It's just like you just watch.
Yeah, like Family Guy. You don't have to,
exactly.
You just watch episodes.
And that doesn't apply to all of them. There are some that have
continue, but very small.
Very small. It's not in depth.
I know what you mean. I did end up watching it started off as a black and white samurai movie. This guy gets somehow killed, and some witch this is a movie, this is not a cartoon. Some puts leashes in his body. Leeches?
Yeah, leeches.
In his body.
Yeah.
And then he recuperates, he can't die. And he goes on a spree of killing people and everything. It was a samurai movie.
That sounds awesome.
Dude!
You gotta know, I gotta figure out what that is.
Dude, it was 3 hours and I watched the whole thing.
Yeah. Is it like an old school movie or like...
No, it's new, but it started off black and white. And it was just weird. It was just like... And I finished watching it, it was like... And just like you said, it was playing off slow. I just felt like there was a lot of scenes like had nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
It was just like the storyline was gliding.
You like those like samurai movie things?
I love samurai.
You know what you got to watch? It's in Korean. It's called Ak watched this. We watched this. We actually watched this in Cali. It was a show. We watched it in Cali, and I think we like smacked it in a day. It's really short. It's like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
I think season 2 just came out too. Yeah, season 2 came out. It was really good. It's called Kingdom.
Kingdom?
Not The Kingdom, not Last Kingdom.
Kingdom.
It's called Kingdom.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Cool. I'm telling you.
There you go, man.
You're gonna get hooked.
One thing I wanted to get out of this is obviously get a host, okay, and then learn about anime a little bit. And I was like, Al's got to give me a show. Al's got to give me a show to watch.
But it's not anime. It's an actual show.
It's actually a show.
Yeah, actual show. Not anime.
Okay, I don't care.
If you did want to do anime,
anything when it comes to
barbarians,
any type of warfare when it comes to swords,
yeah.
I love. Like my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
That's in our next segment. We're gonna get to movies, so we're not gonna get into the favorite movie right now. But we're gonna take a short break. I know I wanted to jump into another topic that you and Ak have in common. And that is, you guys went to Japan.
Yeah.
But before I go into that, we'll talk about samurai, sword fighting, and all that stuff, like Roman Empire. That's why one of my favorite movies is Gladiator by Russell Crowe.
That's a classic,
dude. For me, that's
you could always turn it on
anytime
and just watch it.
If I'm going through the TV and that movie pops on,
yeah.
I'm watching.
I actually purchased it on Amazon. Amazon Prime, so I could always just watch it.
I enjoy a movie more when a movie just comes on the TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Just beginning.
That's
true.
Sweet. Yeah.
Like the other day, Die Hard with the first one.
Nakatomi
Plaza.
Don't hate me. I never watched any Die Hard movies.
You gotta be shitting me.
Tango, please.
I'm not talking about the new ones.
I never watched any of them.
Not even Die Hard with Vengeance.
No. None of them. I know.
Dude, the original one is the
I
shit.
I always thought my movie game was good until you meet Tango, and then just like my movie game is like
That's when
it's
me and
terrible.
Tango have a lot of comments.
Yeah, your movie list.
Movie list.
Who has more?
Oh, he has more.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Nobody can beat
Nobody
him.
could beat him.
Yeah. But I tell you what, me and him work together. When I just say a movie reference,
Yeah,
and I point at him, and he's like, he calls the movie out.
Yeah.
I can literally say 3 words,
yeah.
you know, and he would do the same thing. And I'll turn around like, bam.
I honestly told him to like just get a job as a critic, a movie critic. Like he knows he has so much under his belt. You know what I mean? That like he could like compare and like know what's good at
easily, you know. And then I was like, I'm surprised when sometimes I watch a movie and he didn't. I was like, what the freak?
Yeah,
you know.
No.
But his movie love came from his pops. They used to watch movies together. But I don't want to get into detail.
Yeah, true.
What I want to talk about is you and I just don't have in common something. Your passion about anime took you guys around the world, and actually you guys went to Japan.
Yeah.
And by the pictures of it, and by the skit that you guys made, looks like...
Wait, which one?
Come on, man. The intro skit?
That's me and AK. That's
you and AK?
Ak was the cameraman, though. Shout out to Ak. Awesome cameraman.
Are we allowed to post it on here?
Yeah, we'll get permission for everybody that's in the skit.
Absolutely.
And then we'll post it. We gotta get...
if that's the case, if we get permission, please enjoy the video. Hi, welcome back. Maybe you just didn't see the video because we didn't get permission. Or maybe you did something.
I like that.
That's how we do it here. The show must go on.
There you go.
Okay? But, so, the love for it was his brother AK, Ak, and you guys went to Japan. The love for anime took you guys around the world. Yeah. And that is freaking dope, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good time?
Oh, man.
Was it your first time going?
That's my second time.
That was your second time.
Yeah, I went the first time with my wife, and then the second time I went with AK and Ak. And
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You know, she understood, like, okay, my husband loves anime.
Yeah.
You know?
She watches it too.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
She watches it too.
See, so you and her going to Japan was like, yo, let's do this.
Yeah. It was like, let's do this.
And you guys had a blast.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of, like, learning. Like, okay, this is, like, trial and error. Every time you go do something for the first time.
Of course.
But it was more comfortable the second time.
Of course.
You know, when with Ak and AK and all that.
But you already knew your environment.
Yeah, we knew
what to expect.
Yeah, like a lot of the big obstacles were out of the way. You know, like checking in, getting how to travel from one point to the other, airport, customs, going in and out.
I think it was mostly the culture.
Yeah, the culture is really different, and it's in a way better way. Like, I don't...
Ak went through. Ak went talked about it, and we talked about it in the show before, how, first of all, one thing that you notice is just the cleanliness. It's just out of the world.
Yeah.
Just out of the freaking world. And then the customer service and the way things are over there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like... that is so amazing when you get to travel. You get to see other cultures and the way they are. And it's like, your mind is not narrow-minded to that.
Yeah.
But I think that one of the coolest things you guys did, dude, it has to be hands down the freaking Mario Kart racing on the streets.
They actually, I think they banned it now.
Really?
I think Nintendo did a lawsuit against them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because you guys were dressed up as characters.
Yeah, and they were like, this doesn't represent Nintendo, which was unfortunate. I don't know if they went through with it, but I know it was a thing. I don't know. Yeah. I never looked up the results of it.
So I learned something about Japan. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
Apparently, each town or each city has their own mascot.
I never knew that.
Wow. I knew something about Japan that Al didn't know.
I did not know.
You know how I knew that?
Yeah.
I watched Late Night with John Oliver.
Okay.
Okay, and he had a segment about... I'm actually going to give you the segment for you to watch.
Okay.
You know? The segment is basically about how each town in Japan has their own mascot. And it's a big mascot. And they have posters on everything. And it's like every time there's a town event or city event going on, the mascot will show up.
I know Osaka, they had one mascot in Osaka, which is the Running Man. It's like an iconic thing. It's like a dude. He's like this.
Yeah.
And he's like one leg up, and it's like on the billboard. We actually took a picture, me, Ak, and...
Yeah.
It
But
was,
there's
it was
actually
awesome.
a person dressed up as that, and when every time there's a town meeting or city meeting or
They
something,
all show up in
like,
mascot.
dude, there'll be politicians and there'll be freaking mascots standing, like a cartoon mascot,
It's like
literally
the-
just standing there.
the
It's like,
security
what the hell?
guards.
Yeah, it's too funny, man.
Yeah.
Then they make videos and everything. I'm gonna send you actually the clip.
Okay.
You're gonna freaking. It was freaking hilarious.
I'm definitely looking forward
You know,
to that.
it was freaking awesome when I found
Yeah.
about Japan, because the culture different, and of course they worship Pikachu over there. You know.
They worship Pikachu, but believe it or not, they worship One Piece. Really, One Piece? It's an anime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like...
Really?
Yeah, that's like the top anime.
Maybe Pokemon kind of played its.
Yeah, oh, no. Pokemon's still big. Oh,
No,
man.
of course.
They got Pokemon centers over there. Like in the game, it's like a Pokemon center. But over
Yeah.
there, they have, like, huge chunks of the mall. I'm talking about the size of, like... It's pretty big. It's like a big... Like, what's a big store in the mall? That's not a main store.
Best Buy.
No, that's like a main store.
Old Navy.
Like an Old Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all about the size of Old Navy. And this is like Pokemon, you know, and it's just the culture over there is just, it's really different. Like, regardless of the anime and stuff like that, because the anime, you'd be surprised, it's not as big as people think it is.
No, I get
It's
it.
not.
It's not. It's,
But just
cartoons and
like a lot of people say, like, especially in, you know, the Yemeni people, they're like, oh, you know, I love Yemen because it's like so relaxing and stuff. And I swear,
Yeah.
I kid you not, it's the same kind of relaxation over there. Like, there's just like the atmosphere, the vibe over there. It's just different. Like, I don't sense, like, over here in America, it's like a cat and mouse chase. Like, you constantly, you know, even
even if you're not doing much, if you're just working, you're
but
paying bills.
not that, but even like the social trend is constantly, like, you know, getting the
Changes,
bag,
yeah.
you know, getting this, secure the bag, getting the money and hustling and all that. Over there, like, everybody's just content and happy and just like living life.
I think I think that's what life should be about.
Yeah.
Contentment. And in this country, the way it's commercialism, the way it works and
Yeah.
everything, it's like, you gotta have this. You gotta have this. There's a new iPhone every year. It's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get like, I know some people, they have to, like, they're itching. They can't wait for the new iPhone. I was like, dude, there's not much difference from the last one, bro.
But people they'll make up these things in their head. They're like, oh yeah, these things, and it is different. But it's just, you know, it's just our way of justifying to make.
I tell you what, if it was $400 or $500, I'm like, yeah. But dude, the phones are $1,400 now.
Yeah.
How much shit you can do with $1,400?
But
you can travel. You can have 2-3 trips easily somewhere. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Learning about a different culture.
Yeah.
You can just, like, you know what? $1,400. Let me go to Iceland.
I mean, but why Iceland?
Why? Because
Remember,
it's close.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
right
it is
here.
close. It is close.
It's, Greenland or Iceland? Which one is closer?
I don't know. I think.
Dude, from JFK, it's a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's probably like, you look at it's probably not expensive. Dude, just go there and check it out. Take a photo. You don't have to take a picture. You know.
Wait. Greenland is the one that's like full of ice, and Iceland is actually green, right?
Yes.
That's what they say.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to.
So I would go to Iceland.
I want to go to Iceland desperately.
Oh, by the way,
there's a movie.
my best friend knows Icelandic.
No way.
Yeah.
He's from Iceland.
AK.
How the hell does he know Icelandic?
Hey, he knows Icelandic.
He's from Iceland.
He knows how to. That was like his Irish.
He probably has co-workers that from Iceland, maybe.
I don't know.
Gotta, I mean,
but he knows
it. Just like turn on what do they call that? Rosetta Stone. I don't learn Icelandic.
Icelandic, whatever.
How
Icelandic.
does that shit?
Yeah, no.
I always wanted to learn Italian. Scusi.
Yeah.
Hey, puta madre. You know?
I don't really know a lot of Italian stuff.
Yeah.
No.
But he knows Icelandic. That's freaking funny, dude.
It's pretty dope. Maybe one day when he comes,
Dude,
you can have him on the show and he can
I'm
speak it.
not lying to you. I always thought like, you know, I'll tell my wife, like, yo, let's go to Iceland. She's like, what are you talking about? Let's just go. Just go.
Man, listen.
We go there, rent a car, and just start driving.
I'm going to tell you something about I mean, I don't like to say I traveled a lot, but, like, you know, we plan trips.
Yeah.
I just came back I went to Denver. That was the last place I went.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty dope. Colorado Springs, Denver.
I saw your Instagram. It was, like, you went to some kind of safari, right?
Yeah, there was. No, it's a zoo. Well, we went to an aquarium and the zoo. It's pretty dope because it's like a safari.
Yeah.
Like, it's on a mountain,
Yeah.
and you climb sort of up, and like they have some of these animals just walking around.
Yeah, dude, the freaking animals are right there.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I thought it was like it was like a baby kangaroo. It was. I swear to God, it was like a big kangaroo, but I guess it wasn't.
Man.
But
yeah. So I definitely want to like travel. So like you said, when you guys go to Japan, it's a huge culture shock.
Yeah.
And then, do you ever come back from a trip and say, you know what, I learned something from that culture. Maybe I'm gonna try and apply it within my life.
I feel like every trip I go on, I learn something about myself or about the place I've been at or the people I've been seen.
Maybe you take a chunk of it and be like, you know, man, I'm gonna apply that type of living maybe to my life.
Yeah.
You know,
but the thing about Japan is like you could apply some of the stuff that they do here, but it's tough because it's like there's such a contrast between how they live and how we live, and how they think and how we think. So that's the
main issue.
That's the main issue. I'm telling you, like, man, I remember FaceTiming my dad. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We just finished this is the first time I went.
Yeah.
We just finished the go-kart thing in Osaka. Yeah. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. My dad's FaceTiming me. And you just see old people riding their bikes in the streets like 1 a.m. Completely normal. Like, I wouldn't ride my bike in Lackawanna at 1 a.m., let alone anywhere else. And it's just like, it's just...
No way in hell I would do that.
It's just quiet and...
No, keep going.
And it's just quiet and peaceful and, like, the tranquility and just the atmosphere, just... It's clean.
Dude,
like
you guys, when you guys dress up in the outfits...
Yeah.
Like, where did you guys go? What was the city?
We did it in... Did we do it? No, we did it in Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah, we were in Tokyo that time.
You guys look fresh.
Yeah.
Dude. You guys
Wait. Which outfits? The Mario Kart or...
Oh, no.
Oh, the kimonos.
Yes.
Yeah, we wore the kimonos.
So you guys rented those?
Yeah, they're like thousands of dollars.
Really?
Yeah. Like there's some that could go up to like 10 grand more.
Whoa.
It's all about the material.
Yeah. And you guys went to those gates with the doors?
That was the Inari Shrine. And it was, some of us wore yukatas and some of us wore kimonos.
You guys rented it just to like, somebody took pictures of you guys?
Yeah, we had the photographer works at the shop, and they came and took pictures. It was really, it's an awesome
tourists,
experience.
Is it easy? Do they speak English over there?
Yeah. Like they do a little bit of English. I was like throwing out my Japanese, like the broken Japanese, and like, you know what I mean, like a couple words here. Yeah. Then he's like, no, I speak English. I was like, oh, okay, cool,
good,
pretty good.
But probably like, jeez, don't.
Just shut the hell up, But yeah, like the people over there are just so nice. Like they know, obviously they know that we're not. You know, we're foreigners, but
really, just looking at you guys.
And but yeah, they're just so nice. They even if they don't know, like I swear, like you know, I was out in the street one time and some dude was like running, and I was like, yo, I gotta ask somebody a question, and there was nobody else. It was like a really vacant street.
Yeah.
And I stopped him. I was like, oh, chutomate, you know, and then I stopped and I was like, you know, I was like, yo, could you? I was saying it broken Japanese.
Yeah.
You know, how do I go here? And he's like, oh. And then he was just telling me the directions, and I understand, like, you know, left, right, straight.
I mean, listen, end of the day, you know, everybody, there's so many different languages that there's that human notion of talking to somebody that you can speak with them and get basics out of a person. Sometimes hand gestures, sometimes even just saying things. Yeah. And I tell you what really helps. If you're a foreigner, talking to another foreigner is so much easier. Because I know where he is. Because if you're a guy never talked to a foreigner before and you just trying to talk to him fast, it doesn't work. You gotta slow down the pace. Like I talk like if I talk to a boater, I started talking like a freaking boater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just as like I need to understand, I need to slow my roll and everything. But man, that is like freaking dope that you guys actually went there, man. I was like, man, that is freaking dope. Because Japan was one of the places like I want to go to Greece, Japan,
Greece,
China. I'm not a big fan of...
I don't know about China.
I don't know about China. We don't want to go to China.
Definitely... I mean, I wouldn't mind going to China, but there's still... Like, my list of priorities, it's definitely not top 5. Top 5. You know what I mean? There's still other places.
Well, no, I mean, besides, obviously, we want to make Hajj. That's our top 1 priority. Yeah. But then the other one's like, hey, if in our lifetime it happens, you know, it happens.
Next destination after Hajj, if we, inshallah, make it, would have to be, like, South Korea.
South Korea?
Oh, man. Seoul?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I definitely want to go there.
Yeah, it seems like a really interesting culture.
The very
I definitely want to go.
Developed.
I definitely want to go one day to Africa too.
Africa, yeah.
Africa. I want to go in the Sahara Desert. I want to see the Sahara Desert for my own eyes. I want to camp at night, not middle
See,
of
I'll
Sahara
pass.
Desert.
I'll pass on that.
No.
You want to go to the desert just to camp at night? You know how cold it gets?
I know.
Yeah.
I just want like not middle of the desert.
What if a snake comes and bites you?
Well, it is if it's time to go.
Or
a
lion.
I know scorpion lion.
Or a
snake,
scorpion or something. Like, why would you put yourself in that
One
predicament?
place I don't want to go to is Australia, dude.
Yeah.
They got way too many deadly animals.
Did I tell you about the story about the bear?
No.
Okay.
Wait.
Whoa.
We're gonna save that story for another time.
Okay, all right.
Okay, because I want to have Ak, you and him.
Okay.
Because Ak started talking about it.
Yeah.
But then I heard the bits and pieces, and I was like, no, I gotta sit down, and this story has to be broadcasted in the cage.
That was a crazy story.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Find out on the next episode.
Yes.
Of the cage.
The cage, the bear. You know, we are definitely gonna talk about the bear incident, but
Bears.
There's multiple.
Bears. Well, there was two.
Those two. Holy crap.
They were big.
But
All right. Enough about that.
Guys. First of all, I want to thank Al for coming through.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Right?
I appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like camera shy. I don't know why I'm camera shy.
But the thing is, you do videos of video games online.
Yeah.
You're camera shy.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's the cage, man. It's the cage.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
It gets to everybody.
It's big shoes to fill. It's Ak shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's big shoes, Ak.
Tiny shoes. But that was it for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry you missed a week. Very, very busy with our sponsors. Ak is traveling. I got travel restrictions. I can't go anywhere. I can't right now at the current moment. So he's doing that. So
where's he at right now? He's in Thailand, right? For like his world tour?
Yes, Thailand.
Wow.
And then actually stop in South Korea. He's not
Really?
I'm not supposed to tell you this.
South Korea?
But yeah, he's out there. I know you wanted to go with him.
It's fine.
But he's out there promoting it and everything.
That's awesome. That's
great. He's going to be with, what's that one band? One Direction. Not One Direction. No, I'm sorry.
One Direction. He's Zayn Malik.
No.
Yeah.
But hold on a minute. What's that One Direction from South Korea?
Oh, BTS.
BTS. He's going to be touring with BTS.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, thanks for listening this week. Please share, comment,
like
subscribe.
subscribe.
Us on Twitter, subscribe us on Instagram, anything you got to do. Thanks, guys.